Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Demon Slayer Season 1, Episode 12. So, last episode I was a little harsh on it, but I'm not going back on what I said. Zenitsu is his name, right? I think so. So far, they need to do something, in my opinion, to redeem how I feel about that character, because so far there's nothing redeeming about him for me. Like, he's just whiny and annoying, and even when it came down to like protecting this kid, I hoped that he would like suck it up and do what needs to be done, and then he didn't. He still just like hung on to this kid for dear life and like complained and whined the whole time. And like it spent a good portion of the episode on that. So at this point, until they do something to make me like the character, hopefully they manage to do that. I'm just excited for the time that he gets out of the story right now, or the time that they like do a 180 on his character for me. But the boar guy came in for like 2 seconds and I already love him. I love something I didn't talk about last time was I love that he's dual wielding. I absolutely love dual wielding swords in games a lot of the times. I think it's an awesome look. It's one of my favorite classes from one of my favorite like very old games is dual wielding swords. It's always like one of my favorite things. I love like big two-handed swords. I think the most, but as in terms of weapons, but I like big like buster swords. Like I love that shit. But dual wielding is like a very close second. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens regardless of how that last episode rubbed me. I still want to try to keep an open mind, and I want to try to go in this without, being too negative. So let's get started and see what happens, shall we? Alright, we're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Ikazu. Yes. Boop. Whoa. Everything rotates, yes. Ha! Jumps off of him. Alright. Susume. This guy. I meant to go back because I was so annoyed with this character with Zenitsu last episode that I think he mentioned something about like why he became a demon slayer or how he became a demon slayer, talking about like it was like part of like his household or something, so he just did it or something like that. I remember reading it briefly, but I was so annoyed with the character that I kind of just like skimmed it and didn't care. But I really should go back and read that. I don't think whatever it says would help me feel any different about his character, though. The boar bares its fangs. Zenitsu sleeps. Okay, good. I hope that means Zenitsu's asleep and doesn't talk this episode because he's asleep. Man, the imagery of that shit moving around is cool, though. Don't step on the girl! Crazy motherfucker. Yeah, seriously. Come on, man. I want to like you. Human? So is he not a human? Jesus. Jeez. What does that one do? That's crazy. Jesus. Okay, so one spins left, one spins right. Oh, I didn't realize he has two on his sides too. That must be the ones that some of the other ones that teleport change the rooms, right? Yep. Oh. The room changed and didn't hit his drum. Oh, shit. Fuck. That's not good. Okay. Jesus. Don't let her out of that room. Face her away. He said there was like a different smelling blood here, right? Shit. He has a drum. Why does he have a drum? What happened to Zenitsu? Oh god, why'd I ask that question? Wait, so is that... I thought that was that boy. My bad. Wait, I'm confused. Maybe it's his brother, then? No, you're not. Or if this is your best, then I am sorry, sir. Ugh. Ugh. The creeping out of there. Ugh. Fuck that thing. Ugh. Good God. Draw your sword, dude. Ugh. Fuck that. I hate this thing. Didn't the title say Zenitsu sleeps? Yes, please, leave him behind. Yeah, you should have been thinking that 20 minutes ago. What? He's asleep? Wow, Zenitsu sleeps. Alright, well... What? What the hell, man? Is this part of his ability? Does he, like, go unconscious and turns into a badass? Or something? I hope? Shit! That was fast. Is it something like that? Does he go unconscious and turn into a badass? Alright. Water breathing technique. Whoa, that's a cool visual. Thunder breathing form. Shit, that looked great. Damn. Huh. Does he not realize he does that? So he passes out, turns into a badass, or I guess not really turns into a badass, but he fights in his sleep. And doesn't realize he does it. I mean, that was an awesome shot, and that was visually stunning and amazing. I loved it. But I still hate his character. Like, that's not enough to redeem me for him. Like, he needs to be, like, his sleeping form, like, more than this form, right? Like, shit. How many demons are around here? Jesus Christ. And another one. Ugh, look at this guy. Self-taught beast breathing. Alright, so they all have their different breathing techniques. Huh! That was awesome. Flaunt your corpse and serve as my springboard. Awesome. He just kept going, too. That's awesome, man. He's so cool. I wish he was a little more respectful to the people around him. Like, I don't like that he stepped on that girl, but... Rare blood. They keep talking about that shit. Like, different kinds of blood. What's going on around here? Ugh. Whoa. Reclaim his spot. So he used to be one? Oh, no. Shit. Waning 6. So is he like number 6 of the Blood Moons before... Whoa. Shit. Damn. Ooh, got a glimpse of them all shattered off. Okay, so that is the brother that got lost in here in the beginning. I thought it was the one that was Zenitsu at first. Show me your wounds. He could smell a little bit of the blood, right? That's how he knows he's wounded a little bit. That was a random factoid that he dropped on them. Okay, so how did you not get eaten? Oh? Oh, all the demons started fighting each other. Jeez. Damn. He said he was defeated, though. What? The bird's here. Delicate blood? Where did you come from? Jeez. Okay. They're like, this bird is talking. Oh shit. Here he comes, I think. I like this background track. Such triumphant music. Okay. Listen to his instructions, kids. Alright, so 2 of the 3 demons that we know about are now dead. All that's left is potentially the strongest one since he used to be a Blood Moon. but it hit his limit. Nice. Cool. Alright. Get used to the turning, Tanjiro. Nice. It's interesting that he stays that way. Yep. He can be prepared for all the different movements. Yep. Once you... Damn. This is visually very cool. This is awesome. I love the, the spinning of the room and stuff. Yeah. Damn. Oh, man. I don't know why. That line just gave me chills. Like, ugh. Like, the thought of what he said. Just... Like, I think he said, like, the broken... Like, when he digs in, the broken parts creak, or whatever. Ugh. I don't know why, but it just makes me imagine, like, two broken bones, like, rubbing together or something. Like, two parts of the broken bone. Ooh. Okay. Any form. There are not just 10 water-breathing forms. There are infinite because water has no form. Stupid. Yes, fire yourself up. Damn. Just trying to motivate himself to push through however he can. Oh, this music's great. Yes, Tanjiro. Don't end. Don't know. Why? Why do you have to build me up and hype me up to end? What am I supposed to do with all this hype? Ah. Damn it, show. That was a much better episode than the last one. But it's still... What we saw in this episode doesn't change how I feel about Zenitsu. He's still the most annoying thing I've seen in an anime in a while. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, sure, it was cool, him falling asleep and doing that attack, but really, it was the work the animators put in to make that just look so freaking awesome when he did it, then I think that it was Zenitsu being cool, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't want to give credit to that guy. I don't know, I'm sorry. But he's so wimpy and annoying, and apparently the only time he can ever do anything is when he passes out. Alright, what are we gonna have for a Taisho secret this time? Let's go, baby. What's it gonna be? Yes, give it all you've got, Tanjiro. Yes. Yes. Hmm. Alright, guys, so we didn't even get a Taisho secret that time, or they didn't mention, here's the Taisho secret. They didn't do that, like, voice line of doing it. But it was still kind of like the whole similar thingamajiggy, but... Anyway, that is it for episode... Wait, what episode was that? That was 12. 12, that's right. Yeah, so that's it for episode 12, guys. That was good. I already kind of, like, expressed my opinions on Zenitsu throughout the episode and stuff like that, so I'm not going to talk about that too much, because I want to make sure I talk about other things, since the last discussion was just entirely about that, pretty much. We had a lot from the... We didn't get a name yet, did we? But, the boarhead guy, his fighting is cool. He has, like... beast breathing. I guess we also, just to mention it, Zenitsu also has the thunder breathing. It was, right? It wasn't lightning breathing. It was thunder breathing technique, I believe it was. So we have thunder breathing, beast breathing. So I feel like the demon slayers are gonna be these different breathing techniques that they do, and that's what they're gonna be, like, called, right? I'm still unsure whether we actually, like, people see the water. Like, I know that they were able to see when he was given that mark on his head from Yoshiro, or whatever his name was, he was able to see the arrows, which means the arrows actually existed. And same with Tamayo's, like, claw her arm and, like, shit comes out. Like, random cops and stuff like that were able to see that. But I'm still, like, unsure, because I'm just unsure whether or not they can, like, if that water is an actual, like, physical thing he's manifesting. Same with the thunder breathing, if that's actually, like, conjuring lightning in his attacks, you know? But either way, maybe we'll learn eventually. I don't know. But the Beast guy is pretty cool. I like his character a lot. Talked about it in the beginning that I'm a big fan of dual wielding, and we got to see some dual wielding, like him in action here. And he just slaughtered that demon, didn't even bat an eye, and just kept going. That was really cool. Like I said, I wish he wasn't so, like, like, he didn't hurt the girl, right? He could have easily hurt the girl if he was, like, a total asshole, but I still don't like that, like, he just walked up and, like, put his foot on her, you know? But so far I still, like his character far more than that makes me, like, dislike him, you know? So I definitely enjoy him. I look forward to learn more, because he said, like, you humans and stuff like that. So is he not a human? Is that boar head his actual head? Are there, like, demi-humans in this world? Like, what is he if he's not a human? Or does he wear a boar head mask and he pretends not to be human because he was, like, raised in the wild or some shit, and just doesn't classify himself as human along those lines? I don't know. I'm curious to learn more about him, you know? And if that is a boar head mask, I wonder what he looks like underneath. But, I guess it's possible that it's just his head, and there's, like, beastmen in this world that we have yet to see any of. But, yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I'm curious, you know? But we now know what I think all of his drums do. There's the one the guy lost, which changes the room. There's one that rotates the room left. There's one that rotates the room right. And then there's one that shoots out that claw attack. So it's a pretty really interesting ability set that I would have never expected It's so like random and quirky, but it's kind of cool because it's something you haven't really seen too much of, and it was visually stunning seeing Tanjiro like or the room spinning and Tanjiro trying to compensate and everything. It was like really cool when he started getting the hang of it a little bit and was like jumping around on it and stuff, even though it was kind of like a fruitless effort, but yeah, that was pretty interesting. Also, we saw a little bit of the backstory of the demon, which is also something that I didn't expect to see. He used to be one of the 12 Blood Moons, but it seems like Muzan saw that he hit his limit. He wasn't able to, like, it seemed like consuming more humans wasn't making him stronger or something, because the way they worded it was you can't eat anymore, but he was like actively sitting there eating. But he also said like you've reached your limit. So I think like he hit this like like if every person has this like potential strength, he like ceilinged out and it wasn't strong enough to make Muzan happy. So he just slashed his eyes and stopped it. So does that mean that the demon is blind now? Is he just going off like smell when they slash the eyes? Or did he just like slash the number out but his eyes still work? I don't know. We have a lot to learn, I guess. But yeah, that was kind of interesting. I imagine the current 12 Blood Moons are going to be a lot stronger than this guy is, because honestly, like, this guy seems strong, but I feel like if Tanjiro wasn't as injured as he is, he would have beaten this guy pretty easy. Maybe not. Maybe it still would have been a challenge, but either way, like, he's putting up a hell of a fight against this guy, and he is, very broken right now. And I do like that these injuries are coming back into the story. Granted, they're a little bit more visual, or they're less visual storytelling and more like they had to tell me, which is not the best thing. Like if he didn't tell me right there that the reason why he was having a hard time keeping up was because of his injuries, I would have never known that was why. That's the thing I'm talking about. Like, there's really no evidence of him being in this pain that he's been suppressing, and I know he has been holding it back so people don't see it, and that's the whole point, But sometimes I like being able to have like the visual storytelling rather than the character being like, oh, by the way, guys, the reason why I'm having such a hard time right now is because I'm hurt, and then go back to the fight. But I did. That being said, I did really like the moment where he's sitting there trying to like hype himself up because like he's in so much pain that he's just ready to give up probably, Yet but no, he can't. He's got to keep going. He's got to keep doing this, and like so he's sitting there trying to like he even said like fire myself up or whatever. So like it was a cool little like speech that he had, and like I think I understand it after thinking about it. There was one line that kind of confused me briefly where he said, you're the firstborn son, so you can do this. If you were second, or if I was secondborn son, I wouldn't be able to do this. I was like, what does that have anything to do with it, right? Like, but I guess it's just the mentality of like the firstborn son has to be the one to like inherit and take care of all the younger ones and everything. It's kind of like that responsibility and that increase, that heightened responsibility that he feels is what allows him to push forward and move forward. If he wasn't the eldest son, he'd feel like he'd be able to rely, like, he'd feel like he'd be relying on someone else and maybe not be able to pull out as much strength. I don't know if that's 100% what it means, but that's how I took it and how I'm, like, making sense of it in my mind, because I was a little confused when I first read it. I was like, wait, what? Like, what does it matter what order you were born, Like, what does it matter if you're the eldest son or the second son, or whatever? How does that change how much you're able to fight in this situation, But I think I was able to figure out what he meant by that. But yeah, very, very interesting stuff. I will say that cliffhanger was a rough one, mainly because they got me super hyped up, and they built it up and built it up and built it up, that it got me into this like high, and I'm like, I'm ready, and then they just end it, and I know that's what cliffhangers are supposed to do, but I think it was a little bit too much build up for then it to end, and then going into the next episode, they're probably gonna recap that little speech that he gave there, I would imagine, to get you re-hyped again. But I don't know if it'll have the same effect the second time. I don't know if I will get as hyped as I was right there at the end of the episode in the next one. So I almost felt like the show might have did a disservice there ending at that moment, you know. But we'll see. Maybe my feelings will change as soon as we get into the next episode and I see that scene again, assuming they show it again. But yeah, they found the other brother, so that's good, and he's okay for now. Luckily, for whatever reason, this house has 3 demons in it. I guess it's just multiple demons going after the rare blood, I imagine, is what happened. So, like, did the one demon with the drums abduct the kid, and then the other 2 just smelt the blood from, like, out elsewhere and came to this house? Is that what happened? I don't know, but either way they started fighting, which allowed the kid to get away, which is pretty cool. But yeah, other than Zenitsu still being annoying, this episode was very good. And I'm a little worried that only when he falls asleep does he become competent. And I'll be excited for when those moments happen, but until then, I think I'm going to dread whenever Zenitsu's on the screen, which kind of sucks. I don't like that it has to be that way, but that's just kind of how I feel about him right now, you know? I hate that wimpy attitude, and he doesn't even, like, know that he does it either, so, like, maybe eventually he'll learn that he has this hidden strength within him that he can access, and maybe that will increase his confidence level a little bit, but yeah. Interesting. Skipping through the episode a little bit real fast, because sometimes what happens is I talk and talk and talk, and then I end the episode, I end the reaction, and then I realize that there's, like, something that I forgot to talk about. But man, that demon was creepy as hell. The one with the tongue and, like, the 4 eyes and shit like that. I hated that thing, but crawling at you, flinging his tongue out at you. But anyways, guys, I think that is going to be it for me. I don't really have much more to talk about for this one, but I am looking forward to the next one where we can see probably the resolution to this fight, I would imagine. It'd be crazy if it went on for a whole nother episode and then, you know, if the episode ended before the fight went on, or before the fight finished, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to it, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. You can see a couple episodes ahead through the early access tier on there. Link should be popping up on the screen. I also have Patreon exclusives where you can see Cowboy Bebop and Squid Game and stuff like that. There's other shows on there as well, too. So check that out if you want to see all that unique content from me. And I very much appreciate it, guys, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.